Hi and welcome. I'm Ildi Lasko-Kerr, CEO of Ribbit Learning Company, and I'm happy to join you today to help you understand what to expect when you're working with one of our coaches through our LEAP coaching model or cycle. On the screen, you can see the learning objective and success criteria for this session. Please feel free to pause the video now if you need to take more time. You can see by the end of this short instructional video, you'll learn a little bit more about our coaching model and cycle so that you can understand what to expect from your coaching sessions. You'll also have an opportunity to reflect on how this coaching model and cycle might be the same or different from any of your prior experiences. Let's talk first about the importance of instructional coaching. The research is clear that in order to take what you're learning through any kind of workshops or training and implementing it into your practice, that needs to be supported with peer-to-peer instructional coaching. And that really, this data validates why teachers, frankly, hate sitting in sit and get professional development that doesn't translate into things that they can use in their classroom. So this idea of studying theory does improve content knowledge a little bit, and it does improve skills a smidge, but it has 0% improvement in terms of classroom application. And it's not until we support that content knowledge development and skills implementation with coaching that we ultimately see implications for classroom support. So coaching is the intervention that we're focusing on here at Ribbit. So I want to honor and validate that not everyone's experience with instructional coaching has always been positive. That some teachers have negative experiences because coaching has been seen as a strategy to fix struggling teachers, or the coaching has only been provided to teachers when they were new to the profession, grade level, or content area. And even worse, oftentimes coaching isn't a non-evaluative activity and therefore doesn't create a trusting relationship opportunity for teachers and their coach. So hopefully your experience with coaching hasn't been like this, but what I can tell you is at Ribbit, we are committed to really redesigning and shaping coaching to eliminate this negative stigma. We know that positive coaching relationships matter, and which is why we're spending so much time training our coaches to understand how to build strong, positive working relationships with adults and to build psychological safety in your coaching engagements with them. Because research also shows that teachers who have strong, positive coaching relationships are able to see greater improvements in their instruction than teachers who have negative relationships with their coaches. And that's just like a no duh finding, but one that's important nonetheless. So let's look at several different approaches to coaching. There's directive, dialogical, and facilitative coaching, and sometimes a coach may weave in and out of these three different types of approaches to coaching. Our Ribbit instructional coaches and our coaching model is really designed primarily around this dialogical approach, where a coach will share their knowledge and expertise, but the teacher is the ultimate decision maker. And the coach supports that decision making through inquiry, helping that teacher identify goals and strategies that support their actual goals. Now, of course, sometimes there's a need for directive support or facilitative support, but the majority of the time that you're going to be coached in our coaching model, it'll be using this dialogical approach. So there are lots of different coaching models. Our LEAP coaching model and coaching cycles borrow from each of these coaching models so that we can pull together all of the critical attributes and positive aspects of each of them to develop an intuitive coaching model that's designed to be implemented in a virtual space. It's important for you to know that our instructional coaches really work to focus on building trusting relationships with their teachers, because we know that that trusting relationship is going to be what makes the difference between a teacher willing to be open and risk take and problem solve with our coaches. So our coaches will work to build your trust by first establishing confidentiality, listening with empathy, and making sure that they can apply their true colors communication strategies to support you without any judgment. Our coach's role is to support teacher growth and development. They do that using a lot of different strategies, but ultimately their goal is to help facilitate learning and reflection, again using that dialogical model to help elicit your thinking and action planning, Because we focus on individual teachers' needs, we're focused on coaching through an equity lens, and we always want to provide voice, choice, and agency to our teachers through their coaching relationships. Our LEAP coaching model and cycle are pretty simple. LEAP stands for Launch, Evaluate, Action, and Permanence. And again, whether you start your coaching relationship in the launch phase of our model because you're just getting started, or you're working on action planning and that's when you want to engage your coach, our process and the cycle of conversation will still follow this LEAP model. So in the launch phase of any conversation, your coach will work on relationship building and helping identify and prioritize the area of growth or focus for that conversation. In the evaluate phase, you'll be working together to reflect on what's working and what's not working given your current situation, creating a goal or circling back to a goal you might have created before. In the action phase of our cycle, our goal there is to help you determine what success looks like. Select strategies and problem solve based on your individual need, and find the resources that fit your context. And ultimately, that permanence phase is making sure that we can give you tools to progress monitor your success, make adjustments along the way, and focus on ways to maintain and sustain that success. Our LEAP coaching model and coaching cycle are created to get you to permanence, finding success with strategies that are easy to implement in your classroom and maintaining that in your classroom so that success continues. So by now you can see that our coaching model is designed to personalize coaching support. So that actual support that an individual teacher will receive varies a lot based on your individual needs, and it can include a lot of different things. So on the screen you can see some of the different things that you may receive as a support from your coach. Feel free, if you want, to pause the video now to kind of take a look at the information that's on this screen. All right, so let's take a look at this closure or reflection question. I want you to consider how will working with a Ribbit instructional coach through our LEAP cycle be the same or different from your prior experiences with coaching. Feel free to pause the video now so that you can reflect on this question. All right, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join me and learn about our LEAP coaching model and coaching cycle so you know what to expect when you're working with an instructional coach. Thanks and have a great day.